Hey everybody, this is Jesse Leone from Breakpoint Booking. Thank you for joining us on our premiere episode of Breakpoint Now. If you're not familiar with Breakpoint Booking, we are a talent agency based out of Los Angeles, home to many legends in the industry, as well as some breaking artists that are very talented. We're using this platform today to bring you some content, some entertainment for you guys. I know a lot of you at home, being safe. That's great. That's what we're here for you. What we want to do is talk to some players in the industry, as well as introduce you to some of these breaking artists. And so we will ask them some questions, and if they're nice enough, they might even play us a song or two. So without further ado, let's bring in our first guest, Mr. Nick Black, straight out of Memphis.
What's going on, man?
Nick, what's going on?
Man, just trying to stay safe.
Good to see you, man.
And stay sane through this whole thing, you know?
How you doing with staying safe and sane?
I'm doing all right. Just trying to keep busy. You're trying to, like, I think the key to this whole thing is really like finding a way to keep yourself happy. And there's a lot going on right now. So trying to stay involved with all of that while keeping the music going. It's hard, man, but you know, we're making it work right now.
Definitely. I got a ticker for you. If you don't know, you can follow him at nickblackmusic.com, twitch.tv/nickblackmusic, IG, Twitter, Facebook, all at Nick Black Music.
Yeah, brother.
So, we're all about music here. So let's get right into it. Explain your song IRL for us.
Cool. We released IRL just a few weeks ago, and the song was originally, of course, IRL stands for in real life. The song was originally about my addiction to my phone and to social media. So my wife and I would be sitting there on the couch and everything. And I know everybody deals with this. This isn't something I'm alone in, for sure. Jesse, I'm sure you deal with this yourself.
Oh, definitely.
But you know, at the end of the day, I would I just find myself completely glued into my phone. So I wanted to write a song about it, about putting my phone away. Well, what ended up happening, man, was right before we released the song, everybody went into quarantine. And this whole idea of seeing people in real life sort of took on a new meaning. So the song has definitely turned a corner in a new way. So now it's for me, it kind of just, it symbolizes that lovely in-person relationship you can have with people that we took for granted for so long.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Do you mind playing it for us?
Absolutely, I would love to.
Okay, let me turn this off real quick.
Let's make a story, baby, one just for us. Don't need to document the day, I just wanna feel your touch. Can I see you socially without all the media? Let's get off the grid where no one else is creeping up. I'll take a walk in the dark with you, no waves, even if it's hard to do. Let's make a movie with our eyes to see it through. I know everybody wants to be followed, baby, won't you follow me? Because I want to see you in real life. None of that fakeness everybody else gets, still lives. I ain't buying those are lies. I don't want a picture, it's better when I'm with ya. Realize I want you in real life. Real life. Real life. Yes, I want you in real life. Real life. Oh. Throw out the throwbacks, they're just messing up my view. The only thing that I can see is memories of you. I'm thinking that you and I, we can flip the script. We can rewrite all the rules if we're not worried about it. Oh, I'll take a walk in the dark with you, no waves, even if it's hard to do. Let's make a movie with our eyes to see it through. I know everybody wants to be followed, baby, won't you follow me? Because I want to see you in real life. None of that fakeness everybody else gets, still lives. I ain't buying those lies. I don't want a picture, it's better when I'm with you. Realize I want you in real life. Real life. Real life. Yes, I want you in real life. Real life. Real life. Here's my favorite part. Offline, no filter, thirst trap, distiller, no cap, yeah, you're killer. Want you in real life. One like, I heart this montage, restarted, be my counterpart. Oh, I want you in real life. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yes, I want you in real life. Na 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 na. Oh. Oh, yes, I want you in real life.
Great, man. Love it, man. Love that song, and I can't wait till I can see it in real life, man. On a stage somewhere.
I know.
We'll work on that. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, listening to music, you have a lot of different sounds. You know, like I hear some like blues, some jazz, some R&B, even some like hip hop influence. Like, who are some of your like biggest influences in your music?
I mean, from a young age, I was listening to blues and soul music, a little bit of gospel here and there. But I mean, Al Green, my mom would listen to, and then my dad would turn on Frank Sinatra, and then my mom would turn on like kind of contemporary soul artists like Seal,
There you go.
and like Kiss from a Rose was the first song I remember hearing. And it, you know, I was obsessed with Batman. So like I heard Kiss from a Rose and I was like, oh my God, there's something about this. It's something deep down inside that stays with you for the rest of your life. But yeah, Al Green, BB King, Otis Redding, Seal, people like Sting, as far as like the way that they write and everything. Yeah. And then a little bit of everything, just like you said, man, it's kind of all over the place.
I think most artists are like that, you know, that you take something out of everybody.
Right.
So cool, man. So you have a 30-day challenge on Twitch.
Yeah.
Can you explain that to the people at home?
So when quarantine started, my wife, kind of in her infinite wisdom, started up came up with an idea for us to stream something. And then I started watching more about streaming. I started learning more. And if you don't know who I am or know anything about me, the one thing that you do need to know is that I am curious about everything. I love learning and going in depth into new things that I have no clue about. And streaming was one of those things. So I started doing some digging and I stumbled onto Twitch. And Twitch is this community. It's a website. It's a live streaming website where streamers will stream video games. They'll stream live events. They'll stream music. The DJs will stream. And I wanted to find a place there, and I realized the thing I needed to do was just sort of dive into the deep end, you know, and come up with something that would force me to utilize it and get really good at it really fast. And so what I came up with was a 30-day sample challenge. And I wanted to not just, you know, build up social media, but I wanted to really have a feeling of collaboration while being safe at the same time. So what I'm doing now, and I'm on we just finished day 22 out of 30, which is crazy, man. And I reached out to a bunch of my super talented friends, asked them to submit a sample to me, anything from keys to drums, some bass samples, singing, some random like lyrics. I've had submissions from all over the United States and actually one from Europe too. So I've got people sending me these samples, and every day I take one of those samples and use it as the inspiration for a song. And this whole thing is sponsored by Cordial Cables, an awesome music electronics company that we endorse. And they partnered up with us to really sort of sow the seed into this community on Twitch, and to help me in my journey to collaborate with people in a safe way. So it's been really cool. It's been hard, you know, streaming every day for 30 days straight for between, you know, 3.5 to 5 hours. is a huge undertaking. But it's been a ton of fun, man.
Yeah. I've been tuning in, as you know. Maybe for all of them, I'm not sure. I've been at least
probably
at least poked in a little bit. Now, do you know all the artists personally, or do you get some like random people that just like send you their samples?
I've definitely gotten a couple of random ones. Most of them, and I knew this was going to happen. You know, starting brand new on a social media platform, essentially, which is what Twitch is. Starting fresh, which is what I was looking for. I knew that I was going to have to do a ton of legwork, and I have. But that's been the fun part about it. So I've reached out to friends all over the place, and they've been so kind, sending me samples of stuff they've recorded, stuff they, you know, I've had drums from musicians that like multi-tracked their drums and they sounded pristine. And then I've had a couple that were just like a cell phone, like placed right next to the drums. So it's all like distorted and everything, and just working under whatever constraints I'm given by them. That has been the coolest thing, man. Problem solving, figuring out what to do.
Yeah. Just watching your Twitch channel, you have gotten a lot of new fans that just kind of pop in, and you're like, hey, you're pretty good. So yeah, that's going to help you, I think, in the long run, as far as like getting your social media going and stuff like that. So yeah, that's awesome, man.
I think the culture of Twitch is one of collaboration. Like I subscribed to a new channel for some folks that had tuned into my stream. I checked out their stream one night, and then they turned around, followed me back, and then sent me a sample to use. So it's like I'm already collaborating with people that I've definitely never met before in person.
Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, I love it. And if, like I said, guys, if you haven't tuned in yet, go to twitch.tv/nickblackmusic. It's awesome. He'll give you a link to all the past 22 days worth of songs that he's done. So
yep.
Cool. Do you have any other like songs or projects? I'm sure you might get some from this Twitch challenge, but do you have any songs that you've already done or projects you've already done that you might release in the near future?
Absolutely. Yeah, we have a lot of songs in the can, as we say right now. I've got one that is the poppiest thing that I think I've ever done, and that will be coming out as soon as we can kind of get a foothold for where everything's at right now. And then I have, and nobody knows this, so this is the first time I'm announcing this. We actually have an acoustic EP that we're going to be putting out. My record label and I have been putting out songs, just singles, over the past couple of years, starting with One Night Love, and then we put out Grenadine, Still Fighting. We put out IRL, and then we've got one more that we're going to be putting out, and then we have an acoustic EP of all of those songs that are going to come out. So that's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll have to definitely check that out.
And then of course, I'm sure something's going to happen with the Twitch stuff. Like,
oh man, you've got some jams on there that are just out of this world.
I'm excited. We've been talking about all the rappers that we're going to get on these songs. So
yeah,
I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, like I said, guys, if you guys want to check it out, you can check out the last 22 days of music that he's had. You just got to visit him on twitch.tv/nickblackmusic. Let me give you one more scroll here. There you scroll on.
There it is. Thank you, dude.
Yeah, while that's going, tell me about cooking and crooning.
So, like I said, right at the beginning of quarantine, my wife noticed that I was getting kind of down because we had all this, momentum from touring and from playing around the country, and you and I had been working on a lot of stuff together. So to just stop, everything stopped, and it was an amazing feeling. At the same time that it was very scary. It was amazing because everybody was now in the same place, and I no longer had that sort of. I deal with a lot of anxiety, just like a lot of other people, and knowing that everybody was in the same place sort of gave me this sense of calm. But at the same time, it was a little too still for me. My wife came to me and she was like, "Look, I have an idea for something, and I would like to do a show with you where I cook food. I cook dinner for everybody. You sing for everybody while I'm cooking, and we do it live on Facebook every week, and we call it Cooking and Crooning." And I was like, "Hell yeah, absolutely! I would love to do that." And so yeah, we've been going live every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Central on my Facebook page to all kinds of folks that are tuning in while they're cooking and while they're eating and hanging out with their family and everything. It's been awesome, man.
Yeah, cool. And you take requests.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We most weeks, if not all of the weeks, except for like the first couple, we've had a cause that we're putting money toward. Last week's cause was a bail bond fund through the Mid-South Center for Peace and Justice, and we feel very passionate about, raising money for those that don't have. We feel it's kind of our duty to bridge the gap between the people that have and the people that don't.
Yeah, very commendable. Okay, now what do you do? Obviously you probably stay at home quite a bit. What do you do besides this 30-day challenge and the cooking and crewing? What do you do to keep yourself occupied?
Honestly, man, like I said, I completely dove into this Twitch 30-day challenge. But when I need a breather from that, I'll jump on Zoom with the band. Surprisingly, I'll pick up my guitar and play some stuff when I've already been, streaming live for 5 hours.
Yeah.
I looked at my numbers right now and I'm up to like 90 hours in this past month already of streaming on Twitch. And that's 90 hours of music and creation. And it's been a lot of fun. But dude, I mean, I'll just crank up my Switch. I'm a huge gamer too. So
okay.
I love Zelda. I love Mario. I love everything that Nintendo puts out. For the most
part. You like the old school stuff.
I do, but I am a big fan. I'm a 90s baby. So the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and all these awesome Zelda games. Like, dude, I'm a complete nerd on the inside.
As most of us are. We all have a little nerd in us.
This is true.
Yeah. Okay, so I know you've been doing a lot of these types of interviews throughout, Facebook, IG. You've been doing a lot of like live streaming performances. You must really feel that it's important to keep engaged with your audience.
Oh, completely. We've tried to really, me and the band have really tried to stay connected to people, because it definitely goes past the music and the, kind of relationship that we have live with them. Just having a relationship with people so that you can hit them up and be like, hey, just checking on you. Just want to make sure you're doing okay. I'll send newsletters out to the fans. I try to stay as present as possible on social media. Except for the past, week and a half or so, I've tried to leave. I want to leave room for the things that really need to be seen, but staying connected with our fans, via text. Like, I've got a text thread that I text fans through, and our newsletter and messages on social media. I really want to let people know that we're here for them, with music and with just the joy that we always have. Jesse, like me and my band, when we're together, it's such a positive feeling, man. I can't. There's nothing like it.
Yeah. And like I said, you were building a lot of momentum before the pandemic started. We had a tour in Florida. You're about to go in the beginning of June, and it is tough. It just stops.
Yeah.
But you've been doing a great job of keeping yourself relevant, and like I said, doing these live streams, these interviews, and your Twitch challenge. Really, it's adding on to that. So yeah, you're doing a great job of keeping your name out there, man. I really appreciate that.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
So okay, here's a good question.
Okay.
Whenever you're able to go out comfortably, what's the first place that you want to go to?
On the road, man. I want to tour.
That's what I want to hear.
The moment they're like tier 3, we're at tier 3. You can now have groups of 500 or more. I'm just gone, man.
Yeah.
I'm just gone. Like,
hey, that's what I want to hear.
Yes. I will be on the road. And honestly, like, just going to, before this, man, I guess we were all taking for granted that feeling that you get when you're at a party and you're like, oh, there's so many people here. Man, I don't know if I want to stay here very long. I guess we'll just pop in and then we'll leave. Like, that is now a valid feeling, but it feels completely ridiculous just by comparison.
Yeah.
Now when somebody comes over and I hang out with them in the front yard, trying to be as safe as possible, we're both wearing masks. I don't want them to leave. I just want them to stay around, man. I want that human in-person connection. So
Yeah.
yeah.
What I wouldn't give
Luckily,
for a high price beer at a venue right now.
I know, bro. I know.
I'll pay $10 for a beer right now. I'm not kidding.
Gosh. Oh my gosh, me too.
Oh, that's funny, man. All right. So I feel like I'd be doing the people watching right now a disservice if I didn't ask you to play one more song.
Sure.
Your choice. Your choice.
Okay. Well, I think I'll do one that's not out yet, and it's not going to be even that new song. This is something that is possibly going to be tagged onto something later, but this is something that I wrote a while back that I feel very strongly about. This song's called Bigger Than Me. Why do I find myself giving my mind and health to people in places I should never have known? Well, all of the time I spent to barely be making my rent. Yes, I can't believe I didn't see it before. I never fall in love before romance. Give a second chance. Take the road, let's travel just to see. I always double look before I leap. Oh, I double check when I'm counting sheep. So why didn't I realize it's bigger than me? Yes. Be out of. I'm starting a brand new day. I'm feeling the same old way. I'm wishing that I could find what's already there. Oh, it doesn't make any sense to always be walking the fence. Yes, I'm bound to fall if I am not prepared. I always double look before I leap. Oh, I double check when I'm counting sheep. So why didn't I realize it's bigger than me? Why do I could have been a doctor, a sailor, a boxer, a tailor, but all I've ever wanted to be a lover, a fighter, a human inspirer, just unapologetically me. Yes, I might not meet your expectations. Open your eyes and you'll see I'm a simple man who knows that it's bigger than me. Ooh, I never fall in love before romance. I never give a second chance. Let me take the road, let's drive on just to see. I always double look before I leap, and then I double check when I'm counting sheep. So why didn't I realize it's bigger than me? Oh, I said it's bigger than me. Da do 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 do. Be out of. Oh, da 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 da.
Yes. I know it's one of your go-tos on your live shows.
It's always fun, man. Always a good one.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
Yeah, bro.
So what's the premise for that song? Give me some of that.
I was in a situation, like a sort of a professional situation, I guess, where I thought that I wasn't being treated correctly, wasn't being that I wasn't being listened to, I wasn't being followed in the way that I needed to be followed, and I realized that I was thinking about myself too much, and that this whole situation was just bigger than me. And so came up with the melody for that, a while back, probably like a year ago, maybe a little bit more. And then the words, I just sat down one day, was kind of angry, and sat down, and it was just like just fell out, man. So it just happens like that sometimes. Those are the best too, where you get done with the bridge and you're just like, oh my God, that's amazing. It just fell out. And usually, man, that translates live as well. Like when you're performing a song that you wrote in 20 or 30 minutes live, it just does the same thing, and it just all works together. So you always hope for those. Most songs you kind of have to you form them like you're sculpting, but some of them you got a chainsaw out, man, and you're just able to like make broad strokes, and then it just happens.
Yeah, very organic.
Yeah,
cool. All right, let's have a little fun now. Let's do some rapid fire questions.
Oh,
okay.
You
ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Favorite place to eat?
Oh gosh, Central Barbecue in Memphis.
Favorite food?
Oh gosh, this is supposed to be fast, but when I'm at home, I'm a vegetarian. But when I'm on the road, I do fried chicken.
Okay, favorite vegetarian food?
Favorite vegetarian food. My wife makes these amazing quinoa meatballs, and we have them with spaghetti squash. It's incredible.
Awesome. Dream car?
69 Corvette Stingray.
Favorite movie?
It's an anime by Miyazaki. It's called Castle of Cagliostro. Again, total nerd.
There we go. Favorite TV show?
The Office.
Favorite Halloween costume?
My Power Rangers costume, the blue Power Ranger from when I was like 7.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Dude, I'm not gonna weigh in on that. We're dealing with a lot of super serious, issues in the world right now, and I feel like that's not all the way up there, but that's definitely it. No, it doesn't belong on pizza. It doesn't belong on pizza. Absolutely not.
All right, there we go. Favorite day of the week?
Sunday.
Biggest pet peeve?
People that say both instead of both. They put a L before the T. They say both. It makes my skin crawl, man.
Biggest fear?
Spiders.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. I would. Oh, dude. I would want the ability to be somebody else. Like I would just want to be able to just like look at somebody and go switch and just like trade places with them for however long I wanted and then trade back. Because my constant want and like curiosity for knowledge, like that's the ultimate thing, to actually be in somebody else's body and head.
I don't know if anyone's ever said that. You might be the first one.
Yeah, well,
That's awesome. Okay, before I let you go, I love grenadine.
Yes.
Can I hear it, please?
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure, man.
If you guys don't know, Grenadine is my favorite song from Nyx.
It's one of my favorites to perform live, man. It's inspired by a lot of friends who have fallen on bad times because of too much of a good thing. So hopefully that comes through in the lyrics. You are my grenadine, the sweetest sip my lips have ever felt between your Shirley Temple and your Hennessy, my favorite part of every single drink. You got me good and wanting more liquor, yeah. Lovesick, your magic is taking me there. The moment I think that we're over and done, you're calling me back for one last shot with you, baby. One last shot with you. Give me one last shot with you. One last shot with you. You are my fantasy. The smell of you can put me in a fever dream. Your pure candy saccharine, the little taste is never what it seems. You got me good and wanting more, liquor, yeah. Lovesick, your magic is taking me there. The moment I think that we're over and done, you're calling me back for one last shot with you, baby. One last shot with you. Give me one last shot with you. One last shot with you. 'Cause even if we forget it, baby, oh, I surely won't regret it later. You got my attention, and I'm only gonna turn up for you. You are my grenadine. One last shot with you. The sweetest sip my lips have ever found between. One last shot, give me one last shot, because you are my fantasy. One last shot with you. Give me one last shot with you, yeah.
That's how you do it, man. Hey, you know what? Thank you so much for coming by, man, and talking to us. We all appreciate you here at Breakpoint Booking, man, and can't wait to hear all those songs live. We got to get you out in LA. We got to get you back to LA pretty soon.
We will be out there as soon as we possibly can, brother. You stay safe, okay, man?
Yeah, you stay safe, man. I appreciate you, Nick. Hey, well, one more time to get you your little scroll on. nickblack.com, twitch.tv/nickblackmusic, Facebook, Twitter, IG, all at Nick Black Music. Please follow him. You heard what he can do. Thanks, Nick. I really appreciate you, man.
See you, brother.
Well, thank you for joining us. Like I said, this is the premiere episode of Breakpoint Now. Thanks all for watching. If you want to follow us, we are on IG and Twitter at Breakpoint BKNG, Facebook at Breakpoint Booking. If you want to follow me, my IG is jesse.breakpoint.booking. You can also follow us at breakpointbooking.com. Once again, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys tune in again whenever we got this. Thanks.